Hey everyone, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. I want to talk about vaping 0 meg e-liquid. That's right, e-liquid that doesn't contain any nicotine. Is it pointless? Is it stupid? In my mind, it's probably the biggest and best invention of the 21st century. I mean, I think it's absolutely amazing. It's basically a smoker's dream. When I smoked for 20 years, I always thought in the back of my mind, why don't they invent cigarettes that don't contain nicotine? There's decaf coffee, there's non-alcoholic beer. Why can't they invent a cigarette that doesn't have nicotine, that doesn't cause addiction? And it never happened. Never happened. And so now that vaping is completely blowing up all over the world, there's e-liquid that you can buy that contains zero nicotine. So I'm like, wow, I've got to try this. I've got to try this. Um, so what I did is when I quit smoking, I switched to vaping, and then I didn't really worry about it for a while, and then after 4 or 5 months, I trickled down my strength, my nicotine strength, all the way down to 3. And then, because nicotine causes so much anxiety in my life, because nicotine is a stimulant, it stimulates my heart and causes anxiety, massive anxiety attacks all the time. I'm like, well, I've got to try 0. No matter what, I've got to try 0. The goal of vaping for me was to quit smoking cigarettes. I never had any intention of, oh, I'm just going to vape for the rest of my life, because for me, nicotine causes anxiety, and anxiety is the #1 killer in my life. I mean, it affects everything. It affects work, it affects talking to people, it affects my personality, it affects communicating, it affects my sleep. It's just everything. Anxiety. If I had no anxiety in my life, I'd be the happiest person ever. So finding out that there's 0 nicotine e-liquid is like, oh my god, I have to try it. And so one night I got rid of every liquid that contained nicotine, and I filled it up with 0, and I woke up the next day and moved forward. Now, I will tell you that there isn't any throat hit. Like when you smoke a cigarette or you vape e-liquid containing nicotine, you get that, that right here. You don't get that with 0. You simply don't. Now, you have to get it in your head to begin with that you want to quit, that you want to get off this drug. You can't just smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day and then, oh, I'm just gonna switch to 0 e-liquid vaping and expect everything to just go super smooth. It's not gonna work, and you're just gonna go right back to smoking cigarettes or vaping e-liquid that contains nicotine. You have to have in your mind that you want to give this an honest try, an honest effort, and you're ready. That's the #1 thing that has to come first. So I was ready. So I knew that there wouldn't be a throat hit. I knew that it wouldn't be the same sensation. So I kept moving forward, and the first couple days do suck because you're addicted to nicotine, so you're going to go through all that withdrawal. Now, the withdrawal from vaping with nicotine compared to the withdrawal from smoking cigarettes is like night and day. When I quit smoking cigarettes, you have to withdraw from not only nicotine but the thousands of chemicals that are in cigarettes that you've been inhaling for the past 5, 10, 20, 30 years. You have to come off all of those. When you quit vaping, or when you quit vaping e-liquid that contains nicotine, you're just coming off of nicotine. So that's not that bad. So the switch is actually not that bad. The first couple days suck. You get a little bit of like, oh, there's that desire, there's that inner longing desire. But I'll tell you, the anxiety disappears. The anxiety disappears. I know firsthand that life vaping with nicotine is far worse than life vaping without nicotine, no matter what the withdrawal would be, because when you're consuming nicotine, you're stimulating your heart and you're causing anxiety. And anxiety affects everything about you. When you vape zero, you're not stimulating your heart and you're not causing any anxiety, and therefore you can be who you are. You can communicate. You're not having a panic attack at work for no reason whatsoever. You can smile. You can do whatever you want to. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. You just have to get it in your head that you're not going to have that that throat hit. Now, what you can do is purchase menthol e-liquid, and I like to mix. There's thousands and thousands of flavors, and I like to mix menthol because menthol kind of creates a little bit of the cooling sensation of a menthol cigarette. So there's a little bit of a placebo effect that it's not going to be, as much as a cigarette, like, but you can still kind of get like a little bit of a simulation. So it's not that bad. I like to mix menthol and grape or strawberry. Like those are my go-tos. And this is what I use right here. This is what I use. Now, right after this video, I'm gonna go downtown and have myself a drink, and I'm gonna take this with me, and I'm gonna set it right on the bar. And if I feel like vaping a little bit, I will. If I don't, I don't. It's not like there's no drug in it. There's no drug in this. I'm not, there's no withdrawal effects caused by this. There's nothing. Scientifically, I don't need this. I don't psychologically need this. But it's awesome to have, so like I can just enjoy all the things that I used to do and not worry about stimulating my heart, causing addiction, like going through withdrawal, all that BS nonsense. It's just the most amazing thing. The most amazing thing. Try it. Get it into your head that you truly, truly, truly want to make a great effort to quit. Using nicotine, that is. If you're smoking cigarettes, start vaping and then trickle your way down and get it in your head that you want to get to this point. If you're vaping six and you have anxiety and you're having problems and it's still affecting you, then just go for it. It's a couple days of suckiness and then it just gets absolutely amazing. It gets absolutely amazing. It's so good. It's so good. So just try it. This is what you can do. There's no nicotine in that. I'm not addicted to it. I can put it in my backpack and forget about it, and it doesn't affect me. And I can take you to the bar and enjoy a refreshing menthol iced grape fruity flavor. It's amazing. Totally try it. Just give it a shot. All right, I'll see you at my next video. Take care.